Welcome back to Nick Lenz Comic Corner Classic Lesson Non-Classics. This is episode number 2754 and Doubleshot 2648. First up, we're discussing issues of Batman and a Tales Batman graphic novel. Which, after this stuff, basically I'll finally get a chance to do Tales Batman by Jerry Conway. The graphic novel here, Batman, is Tales Batman by Marv Wolfman. First up, we're discussing issues 301, 304, 320, 325, and 327. We're also going to do the backup feature for 331 because it's not collecting the trade. So, the first couple issues, Batman accused of murder. And yes, that is the story for this particular issue. There's not really much to the first couple of few issues in here, but yeah, it's a good thing I'm discussing this now, because basically, who knows when we talk about it. Yeah, and it's all about killing this overlord guy. It's a very interesting two-parter with David Verne Reed on the artwork, on the writing here with John Cullen, and it continues on to issue 302 where they kind of deal with this ramification murder, and he's cleared. Moving on to 303, which David Verne Reed does. There's also a brief feature in the book that, of course, I've kind of discussed and stuff already. With the Unsolved Tales of Batman, this was something briefly that they decided to do with the book. So, in the opening story, Batman takes on Dodo Man. It's a odd story, to say the least. The backup story is Justice Served. It's about dealing with basically one of those unsolved cases. Yeah, so, moving on to 304, To Hell with Batman and Back. And the backup story here is about the life of Bruce Wayne. Yep, it's another story featuring the Spook. I think this may have been his last appearance in the book. Let me take a look here about that. Yeah, this was his last time he appeared in the book until 380. Yeah, that was the next time he appeared. So, it's a story dealing with the Spook, and the backup story just basically about Bruce Wayne's past. We do a guy named Douglas Dundee, who apparently was the one who delivered Bruce Wayne. Yeah. Douglas Dundee didn't really appear a lot, per se, in the comics. Not really. He appeared, in 312, 322, 324. His last known physical appearance actually was in Batman Outsiders number 3. My guess is the reason why he was dropped because he wasn't needed. Yeah. But, okay issues, per se. Nothing big right home over here. Next, move on to 320. Which love the cover here by Bernie Wrightstein. Danny O'Neill does this issue. You're thinking, Danny, does he take Batman outside of Gotham? He does. Take him to Spain. Deal with the Inquisitioner. Yeah. Okay, moving on to 325. Death 20 stories high. Yeah, Batman trying to stop a sniper. And of course, Gordon is like the commission. Once they elect the commissioner at GCPD. Not much to this one per se. It's another one of these okay crime stories. And then we have 327, which has a backup page in the book, which is done by Mike Barr. The opening story of this book is done by Lean Ween, art by Art Novick. It's basically Batman basically going to cover Arkham Asylum and deal with Professor Milo. Yes, Professor Milo is back in the story here. He made his first appearance in Detective Comics 247. Yeah, that's how far back he made his debut, which I think I've discussed his debut already. But this was technically, this book here, this is the last time he ever appeared in Batman, in the main Batman book. Yeah, I think this also was the last time he ever fought Batman. Yeah, the last special time. The next time in a Bat book will be Arkham Asylum: Mysterious Hollows on Earth. The backup feature is, well, Batman on a Train. It's a train-based story. What I do enjoy it for what it is. And moving on, 328, basically we start off the back up, please. Thank you. Yeah, next we're starting off the graphic novel, Tales of Batman by Marv, Wolfman, which is listed as Volume 1, but this is the when they were released. That's the cover. Yep, this book collects it collects Detective Comics 408, probably the Batman feature for story. I'm skipping over that one. I'm also skipping some other stuff in here. It also collects Batman 328, the opening story of the book. Actually, both stories. Brave Bolt 167, though this is not collected the backup feature of the book, which started the Nemesis feature. Batman 329 to 335, World's Finest 288, New Teen Titans number 37, Batman Outsiders number 5, Batman 436, 439. Aside from the opening story here, I was not going to discuss New Teen 37, Batman in the Air, Batman Outsiders 5, Batman 436, 439, because discussed issues already. So skipping over issue 408. We're going straight 328. Batman once again is accused of murder. It's a brief standalone story. And Lucius Fox make a guest star appearance here. Yeah, Lucius Fox have a midlife crisis, so he thinks he should resign, but Bruce is like, no, you're not resigning. You're going to take a leave of absence with full pay. Yeah, I do appreciate the fact Marvel basically addressing some stress, basically, that he's going through. And then we have the tail times, which I've discussed this issue already in the Don Newton trade, so moving on for this one. The next up, basically, we have is the very bold issue 160, which does not collect the whole story here. It just collects the opening story. It does not collect the Nemesis feature, which I'll discuss that in their time. The writer, of course, is Marvel. I think this is Marvel's only issue of Roof Brave in the Bold. It's a really interesting issue. We have Batman team with the Blackhawks, which really cool concept. Which they occasionally revisit time and time again over the years. Moving on to 329. Where now you're thinking, does 329 have a, because it says, oh, second story, is it here? Well, no, because basically that was collected in the Robin Bronze Age omnibus, so I can basically gladly discuss this one. It's a Two-Face story. And his ex-wife is here. You could say it's basically her, like, Glinda. This is basically who later became fiance. Yeah, she first appeared. She only appears for this two-part story here. She technically made her debut in Teen Titans 48. Oh, the Earth One continuity. First appearance was actually Comics 6. This was technically her last appearance that she ever made after appearing in a story here with Two-Face. Yep. Moving on to 330, it's Talia al Ghul. The whole thing about her being in this book, it sets up a storyline known as a Lazarus affair, which takes the next several issues of the book. Yeah, that's the only reason why that Marvel brought her back, was for that particular feature. We also deal with this woman named Caroline Crown, who is an antagonist in this issue. Yeah, she was introduced in 323, and by 332 she's written out the series. Probably because Bruce Wayne fired her. Yeah. And the whole thing with 330, it sets up basically a multi-part storyline that wraps up with 335. The 331 Loose Box is back. I mean, first appearance of the Electrocutioner. The original one. We got killed in an issue of Vigilante, believe it or not. Yes. By the way, the third Electrocutioner was his brother, Lesnar Bolshe. He's the... Well, he was at the time. Well, he was until he got killed off in the pages of Rise of Arsenal. If you're curious, who succeeded the original Executioner? It was some other guy who appeared in Detective Comics. He appeared for one-off appearance in Detective Comics 626, and he would never appear ever again. It's not the same guy. It's a completely different guy. Yeah. And we also do this guy called Gregory Falsafe, who's just a rival businessman of Bruce Wayne's, who basically, he gets written out by 332. 332 will be his last appearance. Now, 332, well, actually, he gets killed off here. 332 also has a feature for Catwoman, which this is collected in trade, believe it or not. Twice. It was actually collected by Markham Catwoman. In this very book. This book also, the 332 has first appearance of Infinity Island. Yes. Basically an island that would later lay the groundwork for the League of Shadows, so the whole thing with Ra's al Ghul. Yeah, it's here just to set up the next couple issues. I do appreciate they give Catwoman a feature in the book, and by 333, Batman's continuing working with Talia, with King Faraday. Yeah, he basically becomes a recurring character. He becomes part of the storyline. He's here for like 3 issues and he's gone. This was the first time here in the book is issue 314. And after these 3 issues here, he's done. Yeah. So we do the whole Infinity Island stuff. Then we get into the 2-part Lazarus affair, which brings about the return of Ra's al Ghul. Which, of course, gets wrapped up with 335. Which was the end of Marv Wolfman's run. This would be the end of him for quite a while. And those of you curious about the features in 334, We have basically it's a one page Commissioner Gordon story done by Bob Raskins, with basically trying to figure out who committed this crime. And then we have Tales of Gotham City, which is a story featuring Jason Bard investigating a case of arson. Yep. And if you're curious, does he return for the next issue? No, he doesn't. He's only here for this one-off issue. Yeah, but he will return the book a little bit later. He returned in issue 252. Actually, it was 3. He will return in 349 when when Jerry Conn was in the book. That's when he will return. Which yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to do some backup feature stuff, but we're not done just yet per se. Um, Pretty much right after the Lazarus affair basically wraps up with 335. Marv Wolfman's last book. There is also World's Finest 288, which was also his sole book he ever did for this series. He co-does it with Mike W. Barr. It's a Batman Superman story. It was a conclusion to a story arc that gone on since issue 285. Yeah, and it was at this point in time when I looked up. Apparently, when the story came out, this was basically when they had reduced the amount of stories in the book down to just one, because they're trying to move on to other stuff with this book. And of course, the book is conspiring with Flash, Zatanna, and Wonder Woman, with the final appearance of Dr. Zodiac. He first appeared in World's Finest 160. Mm-hmm. And we also have Madam Zodiac. Yeah. It just basically think of it as like Batman and Superman deal with some demons. Yeah. It's an interesting story for what it is. Love the artwork though. And that's pretty much it for this particular review. The Marvel book, I give that a 9 out of 10. Pretty good stuff here for this one. I do enjoy the Two-Face story and the Ra's al Ghul story in this one. But yeah, next time we discuss basically Batman will be the Jerry Conway stuff, which I'm going to do some backup features with that one. Yep. But please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications, and do not hit the dislike button. And see you later with Chillin' Out World with Level 2 Cheap Powers. Okay, next video. Bye.